Women's History Month is here, and there are now several ways to celebrate with the Detroit Institute of Arts. And here to tell us all about it is Larry Baranski. Good to have you back with us, Larry.
It's a pleasure to be here, Sandra.
So let's talk about Women's History Month and
Yes.
the tie-in to the DIA and what folks can experience.
Well, Detroit Institute of Arts, in its very long history, has hosted another number of historic women. Of course, this is Women's History Month. For example, we have had in our theater Amelia Earhart, Rosa Parks, Grace Kelly, but probably the most important women's history to explore is what we'll be doing this year, which are the women in all of our lives. And it's a project that was created by a Detroiter named Nathan Turice, and it's called the Recognizing Women Project. And it begins with a series of workshops where the community is invited to bring their stories of the women in their lives. And through the workshop process, these conversations are distilled into spoken word and dance. And on March 21st at 6:30 p.m. Friday, there will be a performance of them. And you know, it really is exceptionally moving to see how these stories, and of course, dance is not just dance. You may have heard that now there's a program called Dancing Your PhD. And it's just recognizing that dance is one of the oldest forms of storytelling in a way. So it's the perfect medium for this kind of project.
And I love that idea about celebrating the everyday woman, right? The women in our lives. How did that come about?
It was just the recognition, Nathan recognizing really how so much is unseen when it's ubiquitous. You know, all around us, the roles that women play, you know, it's fundamental. And the joy that is expressed through, you know, telling these stories is really palpable.
And explain to folks where we can see this. You mentioned the event coming up in March, but there are
Yes.
other things as well for the month. How can folks check that out?
Well, they can visit our website, and they can, of course, if you drop down to the museum, there's always something going on in the weekends. For example, last weekend was our annual Japanese Girls' Day event, very big event. And we had a wonderful display of Japanese friendship dolls from the 1920s.
Always an absolute treat to visit. Thank you so much, Larry. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Sandra.